Good for you, mate. Today she has to make up her mind. It's either him or me. Or neither of us. And then the identical man on the other side of the gate says, I will not let him have her. She must be with me. See, every NPC in the town is basically like a joke on traditional RPG tropes and stuff. Oh, this is the NPC I was talking about earlier. I will drink a lot today. I'm sorry, that really gets me from like how form. I will drink a lot today. That's you can go ahead, man. You can do it. I believe in you. Ah, let me go. Hey, stop your stupid husband. I'm glad I remembered this one. I'm sorry, but just God, I feel. If it makes me feel bad for the translators if they actually had to like do all this without any sense of context as to like where the lines actually were in the game. Like, I'm 11 years old and already married to a drunkard, no less. And look at this adorable sprite of the grandpa in a rocking chair. I come on, this game is just so warming of the heart. Oh, also, if you talk to the cat on a stump, it just says hi. Hi. Hi, no punctuation. Hi. Hi. Bye. Says rocking chair grandpa. Oh, this used to bug me so much as a kid. You can see this grandpa behind the fence and you can't reach him. You can't talk to him. Like, the game is just taunting you. Like, you can. I was going around every angle around like this house and the house behind, and there is no way you can get behind that fence to talk to his grandpa. The game is just taunting you. And if you go inside the house, like, you get the weirdest dialogue from the grandma. It's like, hey, from here on in is my garden. You can go in, but nothing is there. But you can't, because she doesn't move. Like, as a kid, this bugged me so much. I spent, like, literally an hour just trying to find a way to, like, get past this grandma who says I can go in the garden, but I can't go in the garden. And you can't go. Oh, by the way, the game has diagonal sprites because that's just how much extra effort they put into it. Anyhow, but yeah, Grandma says you can go in the garden. You can't go in the garden. I can't talk to this one NPC. I want to know, like, this. As far as I know, this game doesn't have a walk-through walls cheat, but if it did, I want to find out if he actually does say anything. Hey, you're so cute, says sexual harassment lady. Yeah, the old JRPG staple of children walking into the bar. Hey, kids can't be here alone, right? Nope. Hey, kids can't drink. Yes, you were correct, man. Hey, you're a good kid. Okay, in return, I'll give you a hint. Your equipment gets more powerful the more you use it. Combining equipment makes them much stronger. However, it might cost money. Thank you. Squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeak. See, as a kid, I didn't get it was supposed to be the bartender is cleaning a glass. I just thought this bartender just talks like a mouse for no reason. Hey, you're too young to be here on your own. Come back when you're older. I'm glad at least that the bunny girls in this shady cafe are all like upholding the laws about minors in the shady cafe, but nobody kicks me. If you know this face, you are a dummy. I never noticed that you could click on this wanted poster and it just says that. That's actually kind of adorable. Good job, game. You had a genuinely good joke, but like had no translation errors whatsoever. This old fella used to be a D-ranked adventurer. I'm just an E-rank. Instead of adventuring, I'm going to sit around. Wait a second. Instead of adventuring, I just sit around. Now that one just almost went past me for a second. It's kind of like playing Spot the Differences, but with tiny translation areas. When I was young, I went all over the world. Yup. Young fella, do you want to be an adventurer? Well, let me show you something wonderful. Recover one is in hand. Yeah! You get rewarded for talking to all the NPCs with, some of them have, useful gifts. I remember it's really hard to get back out of the top floor because this bunny girl keeps walking your way. There we go. But yeah, if you talk to certain grandparents around the town, they'll give you free gifts. Because grandparents are amazingly nice in all games. Except the games where they're villains like Pokemon Black and White. My name is Gustav. I joined the master to make equipment. Now I'm still a trainee, but I will make my entrance gloriously. It seems that he wants to join us too. He reminds me of myself. My name is Caleb. I want to be Tobias' apprentice. I'll keep begging and begging until I become his apprentice. That's also a noticeable thing about it, is sometimes the dialogue's a bit stiff and you repeat yourself. Interesting thing about Gustav is he has concept art in the Japanese guidebook where he looks completely different. Like, as you can see here, he's like a reasonably tall guy with brown hair. In the guidebook, he's like, his design's still the same, but he's like a super short grandpa with grey hair. And I guess I just find it weird, like, they still use that design in the guidebook even when they've clearly changed the design for the game. Anyway, hey, it's Bonford. I'm busy now, come back later. Okay, that was kind of useless. Okay, bye guys. What should I cook today? I don't know. Move out of the way so I can look at the sign. I want to inspect everything. I'm so full of nostalgia. Move out of the way so I can check the sign. Left arena, right church. Okay, that was not worth it. Oh, here's a fancy grandpa! Please look at this fancy grandpa. This guy was like my favourite NPC as a kid. Even though he has like no role in the game, he's just the assistant to the mayor. But they gave him a unique sprite and it's the most cute sprite in the whole world. I want to hear this guy's story. Where's a game where he's a protagonist? Welcome. This is Mayor Louis' house. He's Papongas for mayor. He is Papongas for mayor. You think you've escaped, but it keeps dragging you back in. Yeah, that's pretty much like, from what I can remember, that's like all he says throughout the entire game, which is a shame. He's got such a cool design. Papongas for mayor. And here's Papongas the mayor. Hi, Bonford, finally the day has come. Your father, Stephen, was a great adventurer. Jacob, him and I used to explore the world. For a second I almost said explode the world, but no, that's not a spelling error, it's just me being bad at words. One day he said, I'm going out. And he never came back. I'm going out for cigarettes, and then he never came back. He's a tough one, but he loves his adventures. His blood is in your veins, and so you must be excited at having a chance to go and explore. Well, as your senior, I'll give you some advice. It's a little long, do you care to listen? Yes. The battle is a turn system of a command selection. That's an odd way of phrasing it, but yes. Selectable commands are attack or defense, item and escape. Attack and defense will be the most useful. When you select these commands, a skill you can use will be displayed. A skill consists of one of 3 attributes: rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, that's this game has like a completely unique battle system too. It's like it's a roguelike mystery dungeon, but it also has like its own unique it's like almost a card battle system, but it's not. It's like a rock, paper, scissors system, but they use cards in the interface, so it's all a bit confusing. They work in the same way as a game by the same name. For example, if Bonford attacks with rock and the opponent defends with scissors, Bonford wins since rock beats scissors. On the other hand, if the opponent defends with paper, then Bunny needs to sneeze. Give me a second, I'm going to move my microphone so I can sneeze. On the other hand, if the opponent defends with paper, Bonford loses and no damage is given to anyone. Both have stone, it's a draw, and another command must be thrown. Be careful not to draw because my eyes are watering because I sneezed so hard I coughed. Give me a second. I coughed. Oh, the sheer power of a mayor's friendly advice is destroying my sinuses. You offer may get cancelled. That's an odd way of saying the move doesn't work. If you want to damage an opponent, choose the basic skill attached to the weapon. If you are continuously defended by opponent, you may have to trick them. I said too much. Do you want more advice? Yes. Well, let me tell you about 2 more commands. The item commands is as the name suggests. It is a command to use the items you have. You can use it for either attack or defense, but for offense you won't be able to attack. For defense, if you are not faster than your opponent, you can only use it after you are attacked. The escape command is just what it is. If you are slower than your opponent, you cannot escape during defense, but during attack you can run away. Oops, I almost forgot to say something important. When you run, you lose items, so be careful. The items are precious. This is all the advice I can give for now. I hope you will become a great adventurer. He's so nice and pleasant. It's nice to have a mayor character in a game that isn't like corrupt and evil. He's just a friendly guy who knew your dad, and he's nice. He has a fancy pompadour. Oh, and one thing I generally didn't know, when I played the game, I didn't know you could sit in the chairs like this, and it's just really cute. That's one thing I noticed when I was Anyway, when I was testing the game out to see if it was all working on stream, I accidentally walked behind a chair and I thought, that's adorable, so I'm going to show everybody. Second floor. Work, work! We are twin sisters. Ah, we're so busy. We look like working sisters and sound so cute. So are you not sisters and you just look like sisters? How do you look like working sisters? And I'm not even. Oh, we're so busy. I know you can't inspect the bookcases, but look how fucking huge this bed is. It's a shame you can't do the little thing where you walk inside the bed and you sit in the bed. But look how fucking massive this bed is. This bed is the size of 3 people. Maybe it's like a polyamory bed or something. Maybe like everyone in the entire house sleeps in the one bed. That would be kind of weird, but no. Practice healthy polyamory, people in the audience. Don't go dating people who are like extremely outside of your age range. The grandpa is not included in the polyamory, okay? Team bed, yeah! That's the best way to like prepare for any Olympics or anything, is everyone just has a big old sleepover. And a pillow fight. A pillow fight is the ultimate test of reflexes and endurance. Up ahead is the arena, where you can change items and fight. I want to fight soon. Before I can, I need to find some friends. Oh, poor guy. Like, maybe you are a destined partner of the other guy with a mustard shirt. Bonford inscribed in stone. By which you mean Bonford looked at the stone. That would be a fucking mind blown. It's like if you looked at a statue and it was literally just metamorphosized into you before your eyes. When life is exhausting, the way to eternity is open. I don't know what that means, but it's very deep. Thank you. The arena is great. That's all she said. Whenever you come, I am excited. Bonford bag fuck. Sorry, but I'm just like, in the same genre of like bad translation equals accidentally pervy. Okay, I can't do anything in here because this is the multiplayer arena, which you obviously can't do in emulation. So we'll talk to the one NPC we can actually talk to. Mumble. I'm trying to concentrate, leave me alone. Okay, let's not talk to the one NPC we actually talk to. But yeah, can't use the entire thing because it's a multiplayer only. I could never do it as a kid because I didn't know anyone else who had this game, and now I still can't do it. Oh, and the music and the shops! Pow. Sorry, I'm just jamming out a little bit here. Anyway, I gotta say, even as a kid, I really loved the design for the female shopkeeper on the left. Like, I just love her hair so much. It's like a dreadlock ponytail bun, but like in the it's like changed into a shape of like a bow. And she looks so awesome. She should be the hero of her own game. And on the right, we have the guy who looks more like a stereotypical mayor than the actual mayor. But yeah, item shop and weapon shop. But you can't really do anything right now because we haven't really started our first quest. Hello! This is a fun thing, not fun, but an interesting thing about the game is you can see the third option in the menu here. Buy, sell, attack! See, as you can see about this game is kind of a spoof of JRPGs in general. You literally can mug the shops. And I'm going to save state here because as a kid this terrified me. I'm gonna save state here because you can try and mug the shops and it goes into like the same interface as the battle system where like you do rock paper scissors, and if you win, like you successfully steal an item from them and the shopkeeper's like, oh well, I suppose there's nothing I can do about it because you won a rock paper scissors, and then you get a free item. But like the odds of you actually winning are like not very high, so like it's more likely gonna get a nightmare scenario, which I'm gonna show to you now. I'm gonna try and deliberately lose this. Are you serious? You'll become a criminal, they'll hunt you down. Don't take this lightly, don't take this line lightly. You'll do it anyway. Very well. Let's go! 1, 2... Dun dun dun! Now get prepared for like the most like terrifying scenario you could imagine as a kid to come out of nowhere when you just like, you saw a funny option in the menu and you just tried it and... Look! Now you are a criminal! And you're tossed outside, and you're tossed outside into an alternate version of the town where there's no NPCs and you're constantly being chased down by the police. And then when you find the police, they are like undefeatable. Like, all I can hope to do here is try and run away. Cannot escape, cannot escape, cannot escape. I forgot you can't run away. Oh, if I can manage to get half it, that's my only chance of potentially winning against the weaker policeman. Like, if you keep going for the weaker policeman, if you keep going with the weaker policeman, you'll eventually like find the boss policeman. He'll kick your ass. Okay, the weaker policemen are not too strong. Okay, I'm gonna go. The weaker policemen are actually pretty good. He's dealing more damage with his defense. Half it, please. Honestly, my start data. No. Oh, he has. That's not even gonna be helpful. He has a full filled out set of hands. Come on, let me half it. That's my only chance of getting out of here alive. Yes! Yes! Fuck! Okay, he doesn't have paper, so using rock would be best because he can't block that, maybe? No, he can, like, okay, we successfully blocked the attack. We're standing on 1 HP here. This is like the most fucking intense battle in the whole game because we're doing this at level fucking 1. Especially this slash because like get through his defenses. That's the thing. Like you can do rock paper scissors or you can do a plain attack which will get through every defenses. Oh fuck! We're already dealing 1 damage. Yeah, we're out. We're dead. Oh yeah, by the way, what I was trying to say earlier is that, which we just saw, is what Dokapon means. From what I've been able to find out is, the name of the game is literally a portmanteau of like, sound effects for like sort of like a ka-ching, I found money, and then like a sound effect of like getting beaten up and losing money, like smushed together. And that's basically the title of a series because that's like, it's describing it in like one like smushed up onomatopoeia that like you're gonna get your ass kicked frequently because this game is incredibly difficult and you're gonna lose all your cash. And yeah. Okay, we didn't get to see the full extent of the nightmare there, so let's load back up our save game. And let's see if we can try and dodge the police enough to get the big boss to come out. Oh, we won. Oh dear, very good. So I successfully like stole something and it's like I can't do anything about you because you won the rock paper scissors. Damn, I'm getting too good. Come on, let me lose. Let me lose. Yeah, there we go. Now you're a criminal. So yeah, you're stuck in this, it's like infinitely repeating screen of constantly running away from policemen. You can't leave a town. You can't enter any buildings. You literally can't do anything except fight a policeman over and over and over again and try your best to dodge them for as long as you can. But eventually, no matter what you do, the policeman will kill you and you'll be reset back to 0 with all your equipment gone and everything. And like, this as a kid was like the biggest nightmare ever for me because it just came out of nowhere. I just thought like, oh, it's a joke option they made. Of course they're not going to allow me to actually like mug this shopkeeper, but they do. And then this nightmare happened, and at least you get to see the unique battle background of a town, which as far as I can tell doesn't happen at any other point in the game. But yeah, basically in this game, policemen are literally the most powerful enemies in the entire game, and this is the only way to face them and to get them in your monster library is to do this and then like deliberately like get your ass kicked. Because like no matter how much you do, like there is no point to actually trying to win these fights because like you just keep having to fight more until you eventually lose. And when you eventually lose, you get all your weapons and stuff taken away. So like any weapon experience you might have gotten here is going to be worth nothing anyway. So I basically I just keep slamming like the A button until he kills me. There you go. So yeah, if we wanted to have a policeman in our monster library, we have to do this at least once, and it's best to do it early in the game when you literally don't have any items or anything. So yeah. Anyway, we're back at the church. So, I am a priest. If you get knocked out during an adventure, I could do something for you. God, I remember so much of music in this because I lost and died so many times. Oh, this is the most important NPC in the whole fucking game. Here's a place tired adventurers wake up to. All items they had disappeared and some quit their adventuring because of the shock. To avoid this, take this with you. Revival. Like, this item is key to, like, having a really good start to this game and, like, getting to actually, like, survive the really difficulty early on. Is like, this revival item, don't actually use it, don't keep it, because at this point, revival is going to be useless to you, because in the first dungeon, if it kicks your ass, then, like, as it will, the first dungeon is going to kick your ass, that's how it's going to be. Like, unless you just walk around grinding for hours, you are not going to be able to defeat the first boss. Unless you even walk around grinding for hours to get really lucky, like, 10 times in a row with a rock, paper, scissors, like, there is not the ability to get enough experience by the end of the dungeon to actually defeat the final boss there. So you are going to die once in this dungeon, so that revival is going to be useless because you'll die once, you'll revive, and then you'll just die again because you can't get out of a dungeon without defeating the boss, and he's going to kick your ass again. So what you actually do is revival, and it sells for a really huge amount of money this early in the game, so you take this, and you go and you store it in like the warehouse chest in your bedroom, and then you go and you die, and then you get another revival from this grandma, because this grandma will give you infinite revivals as long as you die and you come back to her. It resets and she gives you another revival. You do that, and then you're managing to get experience in the first dungeon and also to get more revivals, which you can then, by the end, you've stacked up a whole bunch of them, and you can sell 5,000 gold a piece. And then once you've legitimately managed to beat the first dungeon by repeatedly dying and leveling up, you can then, after the first dungeon, the weapon shop opens where you can fuse weapons together to get better weapons, and then you have a bunch of money you can actually use to that and get a good head start on the second dungeon. Anyway. So let's go do that. Have you come to pray? I have to. Let peace be with us. I said this prayer, but I wonder if there's a God. I'm surprised this game got away with just like literally having Christian church and everyone saying Christianity in it, when like so many other games censored it, even earlier than this. Those two are late. Am I waiting for them in the wrong place? Yeah! Grandmas against unfair video games. As a kid, I always felt so sorry for this lady because I couldn't. Like, I was like, is there a side quest to go get those guys to get them to stop bickering and to come over to like actually meet their friend? But no, there isn't. So I just feel sorry for her. She's got friends who are like too distracted and bickering about who's gonna get the girl to like actually go and spend time with the girl. I'm playing hide and seek. Where did the other two go? Oh yeah, if you go around somewhere, I think you can find them. Dratted, only I got found. Where was it? Over here to find? Yeah, there you are. Shh. They will find me, please go away! And there's another one somewhere else, but I'm not sure where to find them. Anyway. Ah, hello NPC. Wandering. Which way shall I go to get to the arena? That way. Again, it always annoys you when an NPC like asks a question which makes you expect to have a side quest and then they don't. The girl at the church is quite cute. Is she waiting for someone? Oh no, she's going to attract yet another identical man bickering over her. Bondford's houses. Again, context errors. I don't own a block of flats. I'm not a landlord. Anyway, let's go in our house. Look how fucking cozy this house map is. Like, my nostalgia heart. Look how lovely and like how much effort they put into decorating the room. Like, You have a little money bank shaped like a monster. Look how cute this is. There's a bank shaped like a kiwi. That's another weird thing is the monster in Japanese was named Wee Wee has been changed to Kiwi because obviously in English Wee Wee sounds like something entirely different. Like it's just supposed to be like a cute rabbit sound in Japanese as far as I can tell. But like obviously in English, yeah. But then they just changed its name by changing the first letter to change its name into like that's like why are you changing the name of an animal that already exists, which it clearly isn't? It's a rabbit. It's not a bird. Oh, and here you can look at the monster albums. And we don't have anything there, so it's not much point. But yeah, on Twitter I posted a thread of like all the monster album profiles, and some of them are really hilariously badly spelled. Badly translated. Oh yeah, as a kid I remember being so confused with this screen because like there's no text up opposite that tells you what to do, it's just this image of a chest like vibrating. But yeah, this is a warehouse where if you have items you can put them into storage, but we don't, so it just shows up as a chest vibrating, which is kind of funny. Oh, and also here is interesting, the game actually lets you unlock more costumes later on to dress up as, but at the moment we only have like the basic costume. But it's so cute. They even animate the wardrobe opening when you do it. There's so much levels of detail put into this game. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, and here's we don't know what her name is, so I can't remember if I'm misremembering either the Japanese name or her actual name, but yeah. Here is our next door neighbour rival, who is grumpy but also sweethearted and our genuine friend. Hi Bonford, your exam will start soon. Can you manage your little wimp? Haha, just joking. Yeah, she's a bit grumpy but she's nice. And you can see it's so cute. She has a little bedspread with a little bear on it. That's actually kind of adorable. Look how much detail they put into making each house like visually distinct. We didn't have to. I love it. This is clearly why the game only has like one house and the rest is randomly generated dungeons, because they put so much, like one town, and like they put so much effort into making this one town. I guess they just didn't have enough space for like even more luxurious and wonderful towns. But like it just makes me wish that like this game had become popular and like they'd made a sequel on the DS. There was a Dokapon game on the DS, but it was like a totally different spin-off that just like was a different genre and everything, and didn't have like explorable towns and stuff. And it's a shame because like I just want a sequel to those ideas where I had like a whole goddamn explorable world with in this style, like, oh. Anyway, we're here in the Monster Ranch, which we actually cannot access until much later in the game. It's such a tease. Hello, this is a ranch where you can temporarily store the monsters you catch. That might make you think, so what? Relax, I'm just telling you, okay? It's under construction, come back later. But yeah, oh, this warmed my heart so much as a kid. Like, as a kid I was like, when do we play it? When do we get to catch the monster? When do we get to catch the monster? Because obviously, like, the game was marketed as a Pokemon clone, even though it clearly wasn't. But like, it clearly wasn't until I could play it a little bit more. And I was like, this isn't a Pokemon game at all. Why did they lie to me? But yeah, you can actually catch monsters, but it's completely optional in this game. And like, it's like a really rare item that you only sometimes find in dungeons. With like the really like, as a little like one complaint I have about this game is. It's not, like, this game is designed to be difficult, but in this case, I don't think it's really difficult as in bad design. Every single treasure chest in the game is always a randomized roulette, but the roulette runs so fast that you have literally no chance of influencing it in any way. Like, you can't even see what it's turning to, like, and trust me, it's not just on emulators, it was like this on the original GBA 2. It runs so fast you can't even tell what it's running through. You have no chance of influencing the roulette at all. You just gotta mash a button and then find out what it landed on, because you have no clue what it was until it lands on it. If you keep like pressing the button at the same certain time, like after you open the chest, you'll keep getting the same item. And that's the problem I always have. I always used to keep getting the what you call the speed up item, because like I would click the button and then I click the button again like at the same time, and I'd be like, oh my god, not again. And like I would just go through every single dungeon, not picking up any items in dungeons, except this one item which I had too much of and couldn't get rid of. And like it just basically like it ruined that part of the game for me, because like it entirely removed the option of like getting items in dungeons unless a monster dropped one. So like I would have to rely entirely on buying items from the shops, but the shops don't have the same selection of items. So you only get to buy the actual monster catching item. Yeah, you have to get a specific item, but it's a rare to find item in dungeons. In this unfair roulette where like I have no chance of influencing it to try and get the rare item. So like for the first like I think it was for the first one or no, it was for the first 2 dungeons, I think. You're not able to buy it in shops at all, so you have no way of doing the monster trapping unless you get lucky on this rare item in dungeons, which is prohibitively hard because of how fast the roulette runs. So I was waiting so long to be able to finally use the monster catching thing, and then I found out it's incredibly difficult and annoying. Because like you don't even get to catch the monsters in battle. You have to do this really bizarre thing where you set the trap literally on the floor in the mystery dungeon, and then you've got to like try and like find a monster and get to notice you, and then run away from them fast enough, and then lure them to run into the trap. But it is so difficult because the path finding of the monsters, it's so hard to predict which direction they're gonna go. It's so hard to get them to run directly into the trap unless you like put it in a corridor somewhere. But then the problem with putting it in a corridor somewhere is then you have to run back to where the monster you want actually is. And you have to get them to catch you and then run back to the corridor. But during the time it happened, a different monster could easily run into the trap from the other side of the corridor, and then you end up wasting your trap on a monster you didn't want. And then even if you do get a monster in the trap, the chance of it joining a battle afterwards is random. So like you can catch it in the trap, you have to defeat it, and then you get a chance of it joining a party. It doesn't join your party, you get a chance. You got to find this really rare item, you got to try and set it up in a really clunky way and lure a monster in, which is really difficult. And then you only get a chance, and then after that you've lost the item. You have to go for the whole thing. Like I've walked through like an entire dungeon, like every single floor, and not found a single one of this fucking item. And just it's really annoying. And I'm just like, basically, I should just not even try to get for monsters until I get to the point where the shops actually do sell the items. But even then, I have to buy way more than I need because you're gonna lose so many of them on just the RNG just not letting you have it, which is a big old shame, because once you do get the monsters, it's really, really fucking cute. You can see them, they all walk around in the farm, and you can talk to them, and they say little cute things. It is so sweet, I love it, and it warmed my heart so much, and that was what made my heart just like forever owned by the little overworld snake character. And yeah, anyway, now I'm getting back to reading your comments, and Dokapon QT is the best name for a sequel. Like, oh my god, like I want to make a fan game of this or something where like I know I can't manage to hack the game to insert a better translation, but like, what if I made like a fan remake or something? Like, I wouldn't even need to remake the sprites because they're already perfect. They already look like a remake of itself. But like, just somehow be able to insert the script of words actually making sense into it, and also fix the monster catching. Look at little animated butterflies on the flowers too. Like, come on, there's so much level of detail on this they didn't need to do. Why did you do this to me, game? Why did you just be the best in the entire unit? Oh, I think this is the last NPC to talk to. Oh, hello. My best asset is my health. Good for you, mate. You're like the opposite force of that guy over there who's like, hello, I like to drink. Anyway, I think we've seen all the characters around here, so let's go put our revival in our house. Because that way when we inevitably get our asses kicked, we'll still have money there. There you go. So as you can see, lucked out by chance, all will be recovered. As you can see, the descriptions for items and monsters sometimes sound like Zen poetry from how strange they had to simplify it to fit all the details in. But yeah, as you can see, it's sell for 5,000 G, which is really good at this time in the game, because if you stock up a few of these, you'll get enough money to do a bunch of weapon fusions when the weapon fusions unlock after you finally finish the first dungeon. Anyway, let's go find our diamond.